So we're gonna start with the blending method. Here I have my chopped onion. I usually I like using both onions. You need one full onion, so I usually use half white or yellow and half red. And you also need 2 garlic cloves. Now you're probably wondering why garlic and onion are from the same WhatsApp group, from the same allium family. They are members of the same allium family, which means garlic also has higher amounts of sulfur. Like I said, sulfur stimulates blood flow and thereby feeding the hair follicles, and then you get stronger hair produced. And then we're gonna use cayenne pepper. Cayenne pepper has a component called capsaicin. I hope I'm saying that right, which also increases blood stimulation to your scalp. So you're gonna use 1 full onion. Either use the white one or the red one. I like using both because the yellow one has high amounts of sulfur, the red one has high amounts of quercetin. Quercetin, like I said, it helps with alopecia areata, which is hair loss, and it cures premature hair gray. And 2 cloves of garlic, 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. Now I'm gonna blend this and then I'll show you guys how to strain the chunks out. Now I'm already done blending. You can use a sieve here in this process to separate the chunks from the liquid, because you only need the juice, hence onion juice. So you can use a pair of stockings, aka malenza, or a sieve. Any sieve will do, or even a cheesecloth will do here. So I'm gonna strain out the liquid. This will be enough for 1 application because you have to use it very, very fresh. And then now I'm gonna add a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. I have cayenne pepper here. This is a teaspoon. I'm gonna add a teaspoon. Just a teaspoon is enough for this amount of onion and garlic. So let's get that in there. Yeah, a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. And also I like adding the black castor oil with peppermint. You can use any essential oil that you prefer. There is lemon oil, there is lavender oil, there is tea tree oil, or nothing at all. It's still fine, it still works even if you don't add these things. It's just my personal preference because I cannot stand the smell, so it helps ward off the smell. I'm gonna add just a teaspoon as well, and then I'll show you guys how exactly to apply on your hair. So here we have a chopped red onion and the yellow one, and 2 cloves of garlic. So now with this method, which is the boil method, this is our second method. We chop the onions. We're gonna leave them rest for 5 minutes because this helps them release a powerful antioxidant called allicin, which is antibacterial. So we're gonna let them rest for 5 minutes and then we'll proceed to the next step. Yes, now that our onions have set, we've let them sit for 5 minutes to release that powerful antioxidant. Antibacterial rather. We're gonna now add the water. Now this is 1.5 cups of water, which is 400 ml. So I'm gonna add it to my my pan here. Add it to my pan and then I'll switch off the stove. Yeah, that happens. So we're gonna add We're gonna add our ingredients here. Spread around. Now don't worry about boiling it. It does not destroy the nutrients. Actually, the nutrients will be transferred into the water. So yay. So we're gonna let it boil. As soon as it starts to boil, we're gonna remove it from the heat, and then I'll show you guys the sieving process. So I know there are people who don't like eating or using onions on their hair or raw stuff on their hair or whatever. The other foods that have high amounts of sulfur, we have seafood, which is fish, we have eggs, we have organ meats such as liver, heart, and kidneys, and also nuts such as peanuts, Brazil nuts, and almond nuts, and also cheddar and Parmesan cheese. You know, your green leafy vegetables, that is broccoli, asparagus, spinach, and kale, and then our onion and garlic. So for those that don't want to apply this thing on their hair, they can opt for the food instead, for the proper food instead. Yes, as soon as it starts to boil, make sure you turn off the heat and remove from heat, then sieve out the chunks. So I think this is about it. Switch it off, and then we're gonna sieve the chunks. Oops. Sieve the chunks out. Now you can throw these away. You can cook your. You can keep them for your salad, or yeah, you know. And then we're gonna throw in our 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, and then mix around, mix, make sure it's thoroughly mixed. Please make sure not to inhale this mixture because it's very, very strong and it can be very painful. Yeah, so you're gonna let it cool, and then after it cools, you're gonna add it to your applicator bottle or your spray bottle, and then proceed to spraying your hair, and then waiting for however long you want, 1 hour, 30 minutes, and then you wash it off with shampoo. That's about it. Now that we got our onion juice ready, I'm gonna apply onion on my hair. Now it doesn't matter whether your hair is loose or it's in a protective style. Actually, I think it's better if it's in a protective style like braids, because you are able to get every part of your scalp. Remember, the most important thing is your scalp. You have to spray it on your scalp. For those that might be sensitive to this concoction, it's advisable that you test it on your skin first. If you see any reaction like redness or bumps, please do not apply it because it means you're allergic. So but if you're good, this is what I use. I use a spraying bottle. This is my spritz bottle. You can also use an applicator bottle, because the most important thing is to make sure it gets into your scalp. Now I'm gonna spray it on my scalp, and then when I'm done, I'm gonna cover it with plastic, like a normal plastic bag. Let it sit there for 30 minutes to an hour, and then you can rinse it off with shampoo. Now, one thing that I forgot to tell you guys, you do not need to wash your hair with shampoo before you apply this. Remember, this is a cleanser as well, so it's going to clean everything out anyway. So even if your hair is dirty, it's okay. You can spray it as it is on it as it is. My God, you can spray it on it as it is, and then you can do the shampoo after the hour or the 30 minutes. Depends on your preference. You can then follow up with your wash routine, which is washing, deep condition. Always make sure you deep condition after you use shampoo, so that you can get back that moisture that was lost and stripped away by the shampoo. So yep, I'm gonna spray, cover, and then go on wash my hair. Then this is it. This is the end of our video. I'll show you guys when I'm done. This is not the end, it's almost the end. I'll show you guys when I'm done spraying this.